Just about 6:50, our top story starting with breaking developments. A baby girl just 2 weeks old hospitalized after a fight between her parents that happened around 7:45 last night.
Rochester police do tell us that a 23-year-old man got into a fight with a 28-year-old woman on Farley Avenue. Before police could arrive, the man took off with their baby. That suspect and child later located at an apartment on Green Knolls Drive. He is charged with criminal obstruction of breathing involving that 28-year-old victim, as well as endangering the welfare of a child. That child treated for cold exposure, currently in stable condition.
Two women rushed to the hospital this morning after a crash in the city. That happened not long after midnight at the intersection of North and Cleveland Streets. Police say the driver lost control and slammed into an electric box off the side of the road. The driver, a 28-year-old, and a passenger in her 40s do have minor injuries. The driver got a ticket. Police say alcohol and drugs were not factors.
Yeah, turning to this school bus forecast. James, we had some sweet treats for school bus drivers in our show today. How are they going to be out at the stop tonight?
It should be fine this morning. Really no issues at all. We're getting on the bus with no problems, but the afternoon, that's when you start to have issues. Big storm system heading in our direction. It's just going to cause a mess. Snow and rain showers. Accumulation really not going to be much, maybe just a half an inch of some slushy snow with temperatures in the mid-30s there. We do have some wind concerns, though, as we get into tonight. A wind advisory that's in effect through the overnight, and then we'll be cold for the weekend. We'll take a look at the entire 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Brennan, back to you.
All right, thank you, James. As he's talking about their afternoon commute, not a ton of snow, but just the timing might make it a little dicey out there. For now, clear roads in terms of any precip. That's the view from the west side. Expressway is looking good. The one accident we see on the map in Irondequoit at East Ridge Road in the intersection with Culver. We'll bring you an update on that in half an hour when we see you at 7:25. More headlines. A registered sex offender and rapist will spend the next 17 years behind bars. Shadad Al-Ghathi was sentenced yesterday for raping a teen girl at a corner store in March 2022. Al-Ghathi and another man, James Hampton, locked the victim inside the store at Central Park right across from a school before Al-Ghathi raped her. More victims came forward after that arrest, including at least 4 other adults who all say they were raped by the same man. Prosecutors say the sentence is deserved and they hope it brings some closure for the victims involved.
I hope they find closure. I truly think that there's no sentence that would make them whole. There's no sentence of any victim of a crime that feels like, okay, he got what he deserved. I don't think that happens. He was a moment of their lives, a terrible moment of their lives. But he has no right to be a part of it anymore, and I hope they can put this behind them and live wonderful lives and never give him a second thought.
The other defendant in this case, as we mentioned, James Hampton, pleaded guilty to a weapons charge. His sentencing is coming up, but no date has been set.
A Rochester man has been sentenced to 25 years to life in prison for murder. In November of 2022, that convicted felon, now 31-year-old Laquan Hill, got into a fight with his father on Frost Avenue when 42-year-old Antoine Paris, who lived in the area, tried to intervene. He was then stabbed by Hill and died at the hospital. Hill was on parole at that time.
A level 3 sex offender and serial flasher in Ontario County is going back to prison following a guilty plea. Paul Gaudreau will now likely spend at least 7 years behind bars. He pleaded guilty to 4 counts of endangering the welfare of a child and 3 counts of public lewdness, as well as a count of burglary as a sexually motivated felony. Sentencing is coming up the 10th of April. Detroit Pistons center and a native of Rochester, Isaiah Stewart, was arrested last night just hours before the game against the Suns. Stewart was accused of punching Sun center Drew Eubanks at the arena before tip-off. In a statement, the Suns call the attack unprovoked and unacceptable. The Pistons coach Monty Williams says the Suns don't need to be weighing in, calling it unprovoked until they have all the information. He says that's irresponsible. Phoenix police say Stewart was issued a citation and released. He'd missed several recent games due to an injury. Eubanks did play in the game after all this happened. The Suns won 116-100. A new law takes effect today here in New York. It mandates hospitals at least offer parents with newborns the chance to watch a video that shows a life-saving reminder.
Yes, talking about the dangers of water, Ron Spitzer was able to connect with those leaders behind this effort, explaining why this is so important. Ron, break it down for us.
Yes, the drowning prevention bill was signed into law at the end of October last year. New parents will be offered an informational video about drowning prevention before they leave the hospital. It's just a few minutes long. The new law is modeled after existing legislation, which requires new parents to watch an 8-minute video video on the effects of shaken baby syndrome, an avoidable disorder caused by head trauma in infants. According to the CDC, drowning is the leading cause of death for children under 5. I spoke with Lisa Zarda, the executive director of the United States Swim School Association. She says these are the takeaways she'd like people to leave with.
It's heartbreaking. Every time you talk to a family that's suffered a drowning, they almost always start out by saying, I just didn't know. I didn't know that it could happen to me. I didn't know that this was a risk, because drowning is quick, it's silent, and it can happen to anybody. If parents could just take away the knowledge that water can be dangerous, and so when they're around water to be extra vigilant, then I think we've made a great stride in preventing drowning from happening.
If new parents don't want to watch the video or have already seen it, they can sign a waiver. Guys, back to you.
Ron, thank you. Right now, James, no precipitation, but later on, we will be seeing some of that snow, slush.
Yes, in the very few fleeting moments between my previous hit and this hit, I ran outside. I couldn't find a cloud.
Oh,
blue skies.
That's why it's cold.
Right,
yeah.
It is cold. 17 we were. But yeah, no, really pretty outside right now. Let's enjoy that sunshine because it will go away quickly. Just a dramatic difference from this morning to this afternoon with that storm system moving in right around that evening commute. It brings colder air. Tomorrow we are chilly, and then Saturday and Sunday we're going to call for snow showers just around, scattered flakes here and there. Could see maybe a couple of inches accumulation, but it's over a long period of time. So maybe a little salt on the driveway could go a long way this weekend.
We will take another closer look at that forecast when James and I see you here at 7:25.
Thank you for sharing your morning with us here on News 8 at Sunrise, everyone.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.